Ali Drew for Seconds Out with Mr. Frank Warren. Frank, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you, yourself?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you, I'm very well. Busy 2 weeks coming up for you, starting off headlined by Bentley versus Cash. Just talk to me about this fight.
Well, it's a fight that we won the purse office for. The Border Control put it out for the title. And it's a cracking match. I mean, they're pretty evenly matched. They've got a bit of history between them, going back. I understand they didn't get on well with each other a few years ago, and I think we can be in for a really good, solid, competitive fight on Saturday night between the two of them.
And it is the return of Callum Johnson to the ring. You've recently signed him. It's going to be, a big return. It's been a long awaited. Just talk to me about the fact that you've got him now and you've got this fight straight away for him.
Yeah, well, he started off with me, and obviously he went off and done other things. And I spoke with him and Joe Gallagher, who looks after him, and we did a deal. We got him out. We want to keep him busy. He's a quality fighter. He's been very inactive for the last couple of years, but if he can get it back on track, which I think he can be up there challenging for a world title.
And you've got quite a lot of the prospects on the show this weekend as well. David Adeleye is fighting. What are your sort of hopes for him for the future? He's a bright prospect.
He certainly is, and that's what he is at the moment, at prospects. And he's not the finished article yet. So it's about him continuing his education, boxing regularly, gradually up in the opposition, the calibre of the opposition, so that he learns from it. So by the time we get him into a title fight, hopefully by the end of the year, early next year, he'll be equipped to go and win it. That's really what it's all about. And but up to now, he's done everything that's been asked of him. He's been sparring with world champions. He's learning, and he's a quick learner. And I think that's going to stand him in good stead for his future.
And just looking ahead to next week's show, Sonny Edwards is fighting for that world title. Just talk to me about that. It's been talked about for a long time. So just talk to me about next week.
Well, it has, and it took us a while to get it over the line, but we've done it. We promised we delivered for Sonny. He's got a tough fight, He's fighting the best world champion out there, who has wins over Teti, who everybody knows from over here, who knocked out Paul Butler. This is not an easy job, but he's got the bit between his teeth. He's got a tremendous boxing brain, and he can pull this off. It's not an easy fight for him, but he can pull it off. It's a great opportunity for him, and if he pulls it off, he's making a huge statement.
Yeah, it's a good few weeks ahead, but we're still obviously doing the behind the closed doors shows. Are you hoping that by sort of the next shows that you announce, that they're going to be hopefully some crowd?
I hope that's going to be the case. I don't see it. I don't envisage it being full arenas yet. But I think the government, is it May 17th? They're going to make an announcement about that, and travel, which is quite important. But things seem to be getting better. The infection rate seems to be stabilising, and certainly deaths are going down. So that continues. I'm sure that they're going to relax the measures that are in place at the moment, and then maybe by August we might even be getting to a stage where we're getting near enough to a full house, because that's what the football clubs are going to want. The new season to start, they'll want to be, obviously they're suffering like everybody in sport and everybody I suppose in the country, but they'll want to obviously maximise their income like we do to make these shows viable. And as I say, with a bit of luck, we could be seeing some full houses by August.
And just a quick word on Liam Williams. Obviously, lost his fight against Demetrius Andrade at the weekend, but put up a great performance. Very
brave performance. Unfortunately for him, he just after those first couple of rounds, which were tough rounds for him, he just never got back into the fight, and it became Andrade's fight. He controlled it, but Liam was always there. He was very brave, but he just didn't get over the first couple of rounds, and that was it. If it started differently, maybe it'd have been a different turnout. I mean, I honestly did think he had a great chance of winning the fight, but it's a lesson learnt for him, and hopefully he can come back stronger.
And then just talk to me about the AJ Fury fight. We've heard a lot in recent days, confirmed in Saudi Arabia, looking like 3 possible dates, but just talk to me about the sort of next stages of that and what you think of the sort of dates and the fact that it's in Saudi Arabia.
Well, it's not at the moment in Saudi Arabia. We keep hearing all these things. I'm yet to see a contract that everybody's prepared to sign. So once we get a contract that we can look at, and it deals with the issues, what we need to be happy with, everybody concerned needs to be happy with, then we can sign it and announce it. But as I stand here now, there is nothing whatsoever that would be considered by any of the parties on Tyson Fury's side to sign. So that's what we're waiting for.
And are the dates looking likely? It's going to be sort of, they're saying end of July, beginning of August, one of those dates?
I'm told it's being later than that, but we'll see once we get the offer. But I don't see it going on in June or July. I don't see that at all. And as I've said from day one, and I think they've dealt with it now that Robert McCracken is going to the Olympics. So certainly, if it were to be in August, big if, then he's saying that he won't be in his corner. So that's something that was always in the back of my mind. How do they deal with that? But they've dealt with it. And so I've read on a couple of releases or on the internet this morning that that's not going to be an issue. But first thing first, let's get the offer, an offer that's a binding offer, and then we can deal with it.
It's highly anticipated, that fight. Can't wait.
It's been highly anticipated for so long now. It's untrue, and for so long now we've been promised, day after day, week after week, that we're going to get something. So let's hope that's going to be the case too.
And just before we finish, a final word on your old rival Barry Hearn stepping down as the chairman. Eddie's obviously taken over as the chairman of Matchroom. What do you make of that? He's playing an advisory role now.
Well, he obviously feels he wants to put his feet up, and good luck to him.
Exactly. He's been a long time in the game. Let it pass over the reins.
Well, he's been around doing what he's doing for a long time, nearly as long as me.
Frank, thank you very much, and enjoy the press conference and the show on Saturday. Thank you.